DT close.
Yes, Garuda Prabhu, you were saying something. Or any other Matajis?
Mahaprabhu.
Yeah, it's Mayapur for sure.
What place? No.
You can zoom in a little bit.
Swarup
maybe.
Damodar.
So, I don't know if it's not allowing me to scroll down. It was around the same time that the other picture was taken, where Maharaj went for Narsimha Adi Darshan. Okay, so we'll give at least half the points to Mataji's, and unless anybody else remembers, I remember seeing this picture.
This is a Swarup.
No, okay.
This was one of the places where Guru Maharaj stopped before he left. Is that right? He left.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I don't remember. Is this Haridas Thakur? Who's Murti?
No.
Gauranga Mahaprabhu, right?
You're very close, Prabhuji. Yes. Yeah, this was.
Bhakti Siddhanta?
No.
I don't remember.
Who prays to the Lord to descend.
Advaita Maharaj. Advaita Prabhu.
Yes. Advaita Acharya. It was March 13th in Mayapur, where Advaita Acharya.
I know this answer, but I hesitated, Prabhu, to answer that.
The Lord and the answers always reside in devotees' hearts. You should not hesitate, Mataji. Yeah, so this is where Advaita Acharya was worshipping a Shaligram Shila and was asking for the Lord to descend to the scene.
Yeah.
In this prayer, Lord Chaitanya came.
Correct.
Okay, so
Minus.
Okay, so last 2-3 remaining. All right, Prabhuji's.
For 200, higher amount.
Okay. So hopefully easy one. No one within how many miles of the temple should go hungry?
100 miles.
10 miles.
10 miles. 10 miles.
10 miles. 10 miles.
10 miles.
3 miles, Prabhuji.
10 miles.
10 miles.
3 miles.
10 miles.
You have to expand
10
more,
miles.
Mataji.
10
Yes,
miles.
10 miles.
10 miles.
10 miles, that's right. So Mataji, you can go 7 more miles next time. I think you're doing good with 3 miles, so now you can expand your outreach further. Jai, okay. Last 2 Matajis again. All right, so I think Matajis have all been doing the pictures, so let's do this one. Yeah, so for Matajis. So this is from Amog Leela Prabhu. He said once Guru Maharaj was in Bali to attend Rath Yatra and it started raining heavily. Everyone ran here and there. One devotee told Guru Maharaj today's Rath Yatra may be cancelled. And suddenly
Maharaj left upstairs. Stop.
No, let's see what Matajis are saying.
The rain stopped.
Yeah, he called out to, he told the rain sternly to stop.
Yes, stop.
Yeah.
I think Guru
So
Maharaj looked
amazing.
up at the sky and then afterwards the rain stopped.
Yeah.
Yes, I think both Divya Bhakti Mataji and Uttam Radhika Mataji. I think Divya Bhakti Mataji pointed. Yeah, that's what he did. You know, he pointed his finger towards the sky and said stop. And then like Uttam Radhika Mataji said, yes, the rain stopped immediately. Very bold. That is so amazing. Yeah, Indradev has to listen to the devotees of the Lord. Okay, last one for Prabhuji's. So let's see.
Mayapur.
Yes.
Bishi Mayapur Yatra.
Yes. Haribol, this was on 15th March. Thank you, Prabhuji's and Mataji's. With that, we conclude our transcendental trivia and recap from the last 2 sessions. So thank you again for everybody's enthusiastic participation. Yeah, we'll continue with our reading. Hare Krishna. I can share Gopal Prabhu. Is that okay? I already have it up here.
Yes, Prabhu, please.
Yeah. So we said, I think 287 is where we are starting.
286.
286. Okay. Hmm. 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 This is this okay, Prabhuji? Are you able to see the screen clearly?
Too small, Prabhu.
Small.
Yeah,
about
this is
now?
good. This is good.
I thought we read this last week.
Yeah, we did.
Prabhu's Hare
Starting
Krishna.
at 87.
287
will
was
start.
287.
Yeah, I think 280, sorry. I thought 280, okay.
That's okay. Okay, so if anybody who'd like to read, we'll have, just as we always do, you can raise your hand virtually in Zoom and then we'll go in the order. Thank you so much. So, see Uttam Radhika Mataji, can start with you, please.
Hare Krishna. Bhakti Yoga Dasa. In 1987, I drove Guru Maharaj from Toronto to New Vrindavana because I could never think of any good questions to ask, and we had a 9-hour drive ahead of us. I decided to pop a cassette in the tape player, stupidly thinking Guru Maharaj would like it. Guru Maharaj immediately asked, "Who is singing?" I told him, "Guru Maharaj, it's XXX Prabhu." Guru Maharaj immediately asked, "Why do you listen to him? He's a Sahajya." We traveled in silence for the rest of the trip except for chanting. Rupa Nuga Das. Guru Maharaj's birth date, as per Christian calendar, happened to fall during his visit to Toronto in August 2011. We requested him to allow us to do a mini Vyasa Puja for him. After some hesitation, he agreed. So our god brothers and god sisters, as well as some aspiring disciples, gathered at our house to celebrate. Many disciples had come from various parts of USA and Canada to Toronto to get Guru Maharaj's association and mercy. They all joined in as well. Throughout the ceremony, as the offerings were made, Guru Maharaj just sat there with his head bowed down, praying to Srila Prabhupada. Later, we understood that he was simply transferring all the praise and credit and glorification to his Guru, Srila Prabhupada. Vara Rupa Devi Das.
So Rupa Nuga Prabhu is with us here today. Prabhu, do you have anything further to expand on this?
Prabhu, it was a very wonderful experience in many ways. Of course, I talk about this Guru Maharaj literally keeping his eyes closed. And as I say, we realized transferring all the glorification to his own Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. But more than that, his hesitation in allowing us to celebrate this particular occasion was very instructional and educational, because he doesn't want to receive the glory. He doesn't want to be praised. Doesn't want people to go out of their way to arrange something for him simply for his glorification. He's more into, hey, let's glorify Srila Prabhupada, let's glorify their lordships, let's serve them, don't serve me. He's always reluctant to accept direct service from us unless in somehow, some way, it's going to be serving their lordships as well. The other thing was that there were some god brothers who wanted to attend. And when he heard that, he said, "No, we're not doing this. I'm not going to be glorified in the presence of my god brothers." So actually, we were very, very fervently praying that somehow or the other, the god brothers will say, "No, we cannot come." We couldn't go to them directly to say to them, "Don't come." And Lord Krishna arranged it so that the god brothers, particularly one particular god brother that my Guru Maharaj was concerned about, decided not to attend. So we were able to proceed with the Vyas Puja. And as I mentioned, there were a lot of people who came from USA and all parts of Canada to attend. It just shows how much love our God brothers and sisters have for our Guru Maharaj. So that's it, bro.
Wow, thank you. Wow, so amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. We can continue, yes.
Vararupa Devi Dasi. We were doing Bhagavad Gita marathon at a youth stadium ground where an international expo was going on for a week from 6 p.m. till midnight. It was very difficult since people were interested in seeing expo product. Nobody was willing to buy. After 2 days, when we were almost ready to give up, Guru Maharaj arrived from Gujarat and my Prabhu brought him to a stall at 10 p.m. Guru Maharaj looked so effulgent in fresh clothes and tilaka, and we gave Guru Maharaj the mic. Once he started to speak, the divine words flowed from his mouth, and so many people started gathering to hear. By Guru Maharaj blessing and preaching, we sold almost 120 Bhagavad Gitas and 200 other books in the next 2 hours.
Wow.
Madhu Mangla Prabhu. He doesn't take credit of his own achievements, rather as a transparent via medium. He gives entire credit to our Guru Parampara. When Punjabi Bagh temple moved to its current location, a very big opening ceremony was organized and a huge stage was built. Few devotees were sitting on the stage. Vedavyas Prabhu, Meera Goyal Mataji, Yashomati Nandan Prabhu, Mahanidhi Swami, and Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj gave a lecture and said that this temple has been constructed because Srila Prabhupada wanted to preach all over the world. Mahanidhi Maharaj also glorified Radhika Ramana and Guru Maharaj and mentioned that due to Maharaj's efforts, we are seeing a beautiful temple. Later, Yashomati Nandan Prabhu also spoke and glorified Guru Maharaj. Then Vedyas Prabhu spoke and Meera Goyal Mataji spoke. They all glorified Guru Maharaj for his great effort in constructing the temple. When this was over, Maharaj again asked to speak and gave a small speech. Very carefully, he gave all the credit to Guru Parampara. He said, "Thank you very much that you all are trying. You will certainly receive Srila Prabhupada's mercy. Prabhupada wanted that in Delhi, there should be at least 12 to 13 temples, and when a pure devotee desires, Lord fulfills his desire even after he disappears. So because it was Srila Prabhupada's desire, and the Lord is fulfilling them. Maharaj gave credit for all his achievements to Srila Prabhupada and said that he was just an instrument." Hare Krishna.
जी Pratikala Manjari Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji, did you say Ratikala?
Yes.
Okay. Chakravarti Das. Once I asked Maharaj, how are you able to keep everyone together? I have not seen anyone else, and I do not think that anyone else would be able to do this. Maharaj was listening, and suddenly he moved forward and gave an amazing answer. He could have given philosophy, but his answer demonstrated his detachment and humility. He said, "This is what Prabhupada told us to do." He didn't say, "told me to do." He said, "to us." He continued, "Prabhupada also said that if you love me, then show that love by cooperating with one another. This is what Prabhupada told us to do. Two things are important in this Prabhupada and us. This is a universal instruction Prabhupada has given." When Maharaj writes his Vyasa Puja offering to Srila Prabhupada, he usually informs how much he preached during the year, how many temples were opened. He tells everything in detail. This shows his accountability towards Prabhupada's mission. I recently met with Maharaj and said, "I have one question." Maharaj said, "Yes." I asked, "In 1975, Prabhupada called you and Tamal Krishna Maharaj at 5 o'clock a.m. and asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj to go to China and you to Russia. Why? Is it because India and Russia had a good relationship and America had a good relationship with China?" Maharaj said it was not 1975 but 1976. See his memory? No, it was not like that. China never had a good relationship with America. It is a long story. I said, "I heard in your lecture that you received an invitation." Maharaj said, "Invitation came to BBT and not me." Immediately Maharaj corrected me and removed himself from the center. Maharaj got donation from several people in China, but whatever donation Maharaj received, he gave to the head of that temple to use for the services in that temple. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, text 9. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you, Mataji. Gopalari Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. The devotees of the Lord, peacefully fixed in the absolute knowledge, are the ultimate shelter of those who are repeatedly rising and falling within the fearful ocean of material life. Such devotees are just like a strong boat that comes to rescue persons who are at the point of drowning. Srimad Bhagavatam 11:26-32. Nrsinganandan Prabhu. During Guru reform around 1985, there was a chance that he may not continue to be the GBC for Canada. When I told him that it was a concern to me, he told me that he would do whatever the GBC decided. Surya Prabhu. His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami personally told me that your spiritual master, Guru Maharaj, is very intelligent. He doesn't visit any other Swami in Vrindavan or Mathura. He doesn't go outside ISKCON. This was very much a compliment for my spiritual master. Urmila Mataji. During Guru Maharaj's trip to North America, he is unable to stay in ISKCON temple in every city because not all temples have accommodations. But even though he stays with the devotees, he always goes to the temple for a program. One time when he was staying at a disciple's house in Orange County, California, he traveled the same day over a long distance to go to Laguna Beach Temple for the Panihati festival. He gave the lecture and met devotees and guests till past midnight, even though he had reached there the same morning. The next day, he traveled to the Los Angeles Temple and gave the Sunday Feast lecture in the evening. Before Sunday Feast on the same day, Guru Maharaj went for a house program at a disciple's house in the afternoon. Traveling in North America means traveling at least 1.5 to 2 hours to reach some place. Should I stop here, Prabhu? I can stop.
I think you can read this page, Prabhu.
Okay. Chakravarti Prabhu. Maharaj gives a different treatment whenever I am in Delhi. Once I was in Delhi and Maharaj came to know. He inquired from his secretary when I was going back. The secretary said, "By tomorrow's flight." Maharaj was shocked and said, "By flight?" The secretary said, "He also came by flight." Maharaj was shocked. So I explained to him that I had come to represent ISKCON in a meeting, and the entire expense was borne by the host organization. When Maharaj is called to any project, he engages with all strength. One sannyasi told Maharaj, "You should retire now. You have done so much." And Maharaj says, "What can I do? Prabhupada had asked me to manage ISKCON." Prabhupada never said for how much time we should do that. Then that sannyasi said, "Okay, Maharaj, then do what you need to do in your zone. But why do you take anxiety for another zone?" Maharaj said, "Prabhupada told me to manage the entire ISKCON. He did not say just manage your zone." From past 52 years, it has never happened that Maharaj has missed a meeting or gone for a retreat or taken time off to rest.
Oh. It's like literally giving us goosebumps as you're reading this.
Yeah, you're right.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Narad Muni, Prabhu.
Vancha kalpatribhaisha kirpasan sindhubhaisha patitanam pavane vaishnave namo. Samatyananda Prabhu, he is very much concerned how Srila Prabhupada's movement will be passed over to the next generation. He is ready to give individual attention to each one of us, but there are only 24 hours in a day, and with his 3-4 hours of sleep, I don't know how he can squeeze out any extra time. So lately, he has been speaking a lot about the spiritual counselor system for his disciples and aspiring disciples, where senior disciples take the responsibility for taking care of other disciples and aspiring disciples. Just like elder brothers and sisters sometimes. They take almost full charge of bringing up their younger siblings. Amal Krishna Prabhu. Someone asked Guru Maharaj, have you taken the darshan of Govind Dev Ji, Gopinath Ji, Radharaman Ji? You visit Jaipur, you visit Vrindavan. Have you ever visited most famous Banke Bihari temple? Maharaj said, my spiritual master has given me the seva of Radha Syam Sundar, Radha Parsarthi, my body, my intelligence, my mind, and my speech. Everything will be engaged in the service of these deities. Neither does he look right, nor does he look left. He just sees his spiritual master everywhere. Our Guru Maharaj is so determined to serve his spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, that he only made relationship with the deities that have been established by Srila Prabhupada. Once I was bringing pumpkin juice for Guru Maharaj. I knocked the door and suddenly entered. I found that Guru Maharaj was facing towards Srila Prabhupada, and it appeared as if he was submitting some report. Voice was soft but still audible. I was easily able to drive to one lesson. Guru Maharaj has a deep relationship with Srila Prabhupada. That's why Srila Prabhupada's disciples say that he is a Prabhupada man. Amrita Devi Dasi. In one of his Vyas Puja homage to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj wrote, I beg to forever be engaged in your movement birth after birth. I beg for the ability to meditate upon you. Amhog Leela Prabhu.
Is Amrita Devi, that's Amrita Mataji here? She's generally here, but maybe today she's not here. I think
Amhog Leela Prabhu. Once Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, on the occasion of Guru Maharaj Vyas Puja, was asked to glorify Guru Maharaj. He said, usually I share something hilarious when asked on such occasions like Vyas Puja. But for Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, I have nothing hilarious to say, as his life has been very grave with complete absorption in seva, and he is so compassionate, cooperative towards other Vaishnavas. For any confidential matter, I always consult Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami, and he always gives practical and deep advice. Should I continue or just finish?
We can pause here, Prabhuji. We'll give the other devotees a chance after this. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So next I see is Divya Bhakti Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. GBC meeting, October-November 2010, ISKCON, Juhu, Mumbai. Our society is like one big family, and our relationship should be based on love and trust. We must give up the fighting spirit and use our intelligence to push forward. Srila Prabhupada's letter, 6th of August, 1970. Disciples must understand the hard work that Srila Prabhupada has put in establishing these Krishna consciousness temples all over the world, and in writing more than 80 books. If at all we're attracting people to this Krishna consciousness movement, it is because of the strong foundation Srila Prabhupada has laid for the movement. Srila Guru Maharaj. Should I continue, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, please.
Thank you. Appreciations from God brothers and God sisters. Radhanath Swami. It is my great honor to have the opportunity to express my sincerest appreciation for His Holiness Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. In many ways, he is unparalleled in his devotional service to Srila Prabhupada. To say a few of these ways, Gopal Krishna Maharaj has established the largest project for book distribution in the history of ISKCON. He has inspired and overseen the building of several of our world's most significant temples. Maharaj has developed some of the largest congregations of sincere devotees. He has developed relationships with many government officials as well as prominent citizens of India, and has expertly engaged them in aiding several international emergency situations for our society. He has inspired ISKCON's largest midday meals outreach. Maharaj has remained dedicated to his services on the GBC and BBT since the time Srila Prabhupada personally appointed him. His sadhana is exemplary, and his Vaishnav character is an inspiration for thousands. All of these monumental achievements and many more are expressions of his love for Srila Prabhupada and for Sri Sri Radha Rasa Bihari. I congratulate all of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj's followers for your good fortune. Srila Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara are blessing all of you in a very special way. It is my great fortune that Maharaj considers my small self as his friend and godbrother. I am always learning from Maharaj the true meaning of dedication. For this, Srila Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, I am forever grateful to you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. It's on to is that Rupanabha Prabhu? I think it's yours.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Bhakti Vikas Swami. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa siddhubhya evacha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Although I am infamous for criticizing Vaishnavas, as I have been asked to send a few words on the occasion of H.H. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj's Vyas Puja, I shall attempt to do so even though I am quite unfit. Among the many services which Srila Prabhupada entrusted to H.H. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, probably the most important was to produce and distribute Srila Prabhupada's divine books. Although H.H. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj has accepted multi-responsibilities in Srila Prabhupada's service, he remains focused on promoting the distribution of Srila Prabhupada's books, and the results are there for everyone to see. On this occasion of Maharaj's Shri Vyas Puja, I request his disciples to dedicate themselves even more to helping their Guru Maharaj fulfill this commitment. And I request his disciples to also commit themselves to carefully studying all of Srila Prabhupada's books and following the instructions therein. And in this way, becoming first-class Prabhupadanugas and worthy disciples of their Guru Maharaj. Bhakti Madhurya Govinda Goswami. Dear Maharaj, Dandvat Pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, who is eternally our only shelter. It is my good fortune to be able to offer a few words of honor for you on the auspicious event of your appearance day. Out of all of my God brothers, you are different. No one else, not even one, comes close to treating me as much love, compassion, and respect as you do. I do not say this to flatter you, but as a matter of fact, a matter of record. This Ram Navami, I was seated amongst about 1,000 guests at the east of Kailash temple. Somehow you spotted me from the front, instructing your servant to offer me to take a shower in your room before offering Abhishek to the deities. Since it was hot, although I was reasonably clean, I accepted the offer. But I did not realize until later that it was your specific invitation. I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty reading this. Not only I showered, but I was offered clean clothes, which I was informed were your personal garments. Actually, I was struck with wonder at your graciousness, but I had not even seen you yet. After being newly suited up, I went to the altar, and there you were offering Abhishek at the same time as me. You smiled graciously because you could see I was wearing your clothes. This kind of loving exchange, quite frankly, though mandated in the nectar of instruction, is all too rare between God brothers because it was far beyond the call of duty. Rather, it was from your heart. Unconditional love and compassion. You are always personally taking care of me like a very affectionate relative. You ask, are the devotees taking proper care of you? Did you get any prasadam? Did you get a chance to speak? It is most extraordinary. It seems that you are the most compassionate devotee that I know, and your heart is always overflowing with love and care. This indicates that you are a genuine acharya for demonstrating these qualities even when off stage is most important for one who takes the position of guru, much more than simply being an expert counselor for the devotees, public speaker, or even inspiring lecturer on the science of devotional service. There are many senior men very qualified to do all these things, but they don't have even a fraction of your love in their hearts. You won't like this, but for this reason, I dare to say that you are one of my most advanced God brothers. As for your disciples, I have this simple but fervent message. Please become serious in every aspect of Krishna consciousness if you actually want your Guru Maharaj to live another 25 years. For your actions will determine this. Don't think that your private lifestyle does not impact the health and well-being of your Guru Maharaj. It does. Hari Sauri Prabhu writes in his diary, Srila Prabhupada told that his health problems were caused by unserious initiates. Please upgrade your personal lifestyle to the standard for householders when Srila Prabhupada was on this planet. Don't waste your valuable life watching television, which only contains other sinful activities. Please wear only Vaishnava dress at home, thus honoring your sacred home temple environment. Prabhus, don't be lazy. When you come home from work, take shower, put on Vaishnava dress and tilak, and have a nice evening program with your family of Kirtan and Shastra reading, like Krishna book, which children love to hear. Don't just leave your children rotting in evening program in the back of the room watching TV so that you can relax and forget about them while you watch TV yourselves. Try to become exemplary householders. For the pleasure of your Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and our preaching mission, beware of the tendency, even as initiated devotees, to backslide into Grahamedi rather than Grihastha life. Please profoundly know the difference both in your hearts and lifestyle. Maharaj, may you have a long life and go on guiding the devotees all over the world with your great love, compassion, and first-class personal example of gentle behavior. You're a genuine Acharya because you are living deeply what Srila Prabhupada has taught us. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Gaur Gadadhar Prabhu.
I'm sorry?
Yes, Prabhu. Keshav Bharati Das Goswami. One can judge the quality of the spiritual master by the quality of his disciples. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami has attracted so many highly qualified persons to join and help push forward Srila Prabhupada's movement that even many Maharaj God brothers are astounded. Maharaj's success in gathering resources and using them for expanding the numbers of temples and huge public festivals in glorification of the Supreme Lord Krishna and his eternal associates, not to mention the numbers of Srila Prabhupada's books that have been distributed under Maharaj's guidance, is the stuff of legends. But all this has not come without risk. The forces of Maya are weighed heavily against such outstanding success in glorifying the Supreme Lord and his pure devotees. At the expense of his own health and comfort, however, Gopal Krishna Goswami has remained undaunted, steady, and visibly attached to all the activities of pure bhakti, especially deity worship in the face of all kinds of setbacks, all, all the while insisting that Srila Prabhupada and his mood stay so solidly in the center of his projects. It is a common saying among God brothers who know what it means to take responsibility in this world for spreading Krishna consciousness that no one works harder in devotional service than Gopal Krishna Goswami. All this takes a tremendous amount of practice, which in colloquial terms is called a thick skin. My impression over the many years I have known Maharaj and served him is that his skin is as thick as the coverings of the universe. But does having such a thick skin mean that one has to be callous or insensitive to the feelings of others? Hardly. A Vaishnava's heart is soft like butter. I personally experienced Gopal Krishna Goswami's loving care when I went through a serious health crisis back in 2007. Maharaj was extremely kind to me, providing facility in this temple and support from his loving disciples, and guiding me to a doctor who actually helped me get back into active service. Such is the tender heart of one advanced in Krishna consciousness. All these activities and qualities belong to none other than heroes. Thank you, Prabhu. Do I read any more?
Thank you so much for your wonderful reading. Yeah, if you would like to, yeah, since you just read one paragraph.
Can you share who you are? So
Yes.
nice seeing who's reading.
Your name?
What is your name?
My name is Hari Priya.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Haripriya.
She's also ISKCON's youngest Bhakti Shastri student. She's also doing Bhakti Shastri.
No, Gopal, Hari Prabhu, it's your mercy, Prabhu.
No, she's amazing. She's amazing.
You are very kind, Prabhu. She always makes naughty things and you always praise her. Thank you, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, do you want her to read more?
Yeah, she can if you want to, because I know she just read one
You can
section.
read.
So maybe these two sections. Yeah, Haripriya.
Yes, Shruta Kirti Das. Thank you very much for considering me to write regarding the Vyas Puja book for H.H. Gopal Krishna Goswami. He is a wonderful God brother and disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and he is always busy carrying out his instructions. I do know Maharaj to be a very wonderful, strict devotee who is always concerned in seeing Srila Prabhupada's books distributed as much as possible. This is a great service and just one of the many things he does so well. He is always very kind to me, and whenever we meet, he takes thus time to see if I am being taken care of. I appreciate that very much. Thank you again for considering me. Janani Vasdas. I wish I had a fraction of the humility of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami. How he sets an ideal example in following very carefully the Pancharatrika rules in temple behavior and his great enthusiasm in translating and distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. In his natural and simple way, he shows himself as a neophyte, but his achievements show otherwise. He sometimes asks me, will I change my clothes to do the arti? Although his heart is pure. Once there was discussion about wearing socks in the temple in the winter. And although all the temple managers were in favor of wearing socks, Gopal Krishna Maharaj was the only one not to agree, showing how much respect and love he has for the deities and the temple etiquette. I always long for his friendly presence. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Haripriya. Haribol for Haripriya. Thank you so much. Okay. Next is Nandadalal Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the opportunity. Sankarshan Dasa Andhikari. My dear, it's hard to follow that, Prabhu, but I'll do the best I can with that. My dear Gopala Krishna Maharaj, thank you very much for being so staunchly dedicated to the mission of Srila Prabhupada on your many decades of service to him. Traveling in various parts of the world, I often meet your followers. I admire them for their being so much dedicated to you. And I know that because of that they are strong in their Krishna consciousness. It is stated in the, I might need some help, Prabhu, on the Sanskrit part, if I could get a lifeline here. I may have a difficult time reading that, Prabhuji.
Yasdeve parabhakti yatha deve tatha guru tasyet kahita hi artha prakashante mahatma.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for your mercy.
Sure.
Should I continue, Prabhu?
Yes, please. Yeah,
only unto those great souls who have unflinching implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. Because you have unflinching faith in Srila Prabhupada, it is natural that your disciples will have unflinching faith in Srila Prabhupada and you. This is what makes you great, highly successful preacher, and your disciples great and successful preachers. Your lowly God brother. Should I continue, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
Mahatma Dasa, dear God brothers, well-wishers, and disciples of Gopala Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Outside of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, coming to Mauritius for a week in the early 90s, I never had a good fortune to personally spend time with him, but I've observed his activities from a distance, and I would like to share my impressions of him and his service to Srila Prabhupada. What I've seen of Maharaj has made me think of him a sort of incarnation for Prabhupada's will. I see his tremendous success today in organizing book distribution, establishing temples and other programs, and making and training devotees as a demonstration of his clear understanding of Prabhupada's will and mood and his intense desire to fulfill it. This is why he remains resolute in his service and continues to achieve more and more success. I always saw Maharaj as someone who was hardly ever aware of his own needs, interests, or desires, but who lived in the world of desire of his guru. This, coupled with his tremendous ability to get things done, has made him both a rare asset in ISKCON and a dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada. When Prabhupada came to the West, a few Indians took Krishna consciousness seriously, and in the beginning, fewer still became disciples. Just the fact that Gopal Krishna Maharaj, so early in developing the days of ISKCON, extricated himself from a promising career in the West and surrendered his life to Prabhupada is special. That always stood out in my mind because at the time, no well-educated Indian with a promising future would ever think of doing such a thing. What has always impressed me about Maharaj's sadhana, whenever I go, if Gopal Krishna Maharaj is there, he's offering Mangal Arti. It doesn't matter what time he takes rest, he's always there at the altar. Also, I'm impressed on how many devotees in the temple in his zone attend Mangal Arti. Obviously, this is due to both good example and a strict training of his disciples. A few years ago, I was visiting Delhi a few times a year, and I got to know some of his disciples. I learned from them how Maharaj was instructing and engaging them it showed me that although he had so many disciples, he would still be involved with all the details of the service of many of them when they would tell him how he instructed them on practical matters. I was always impressed with his down-to-earth wisdom. Prabhu, should I continue or?
Yes, Prabhu. You can
Well, when he came to Mauritius, when I was there, he had recently been put on strict diet. I believe no oil, spice, salt. He didn't complain about the diet and didn't cheat on the side. When I saw he was eating, I thought to myself, I don't know if I could eat like this for more than a few weeks. Again, if I got the impression that the personal likes and dislikes were not his concern, but his concern was doing what was best for spreading Krishna consciousness. I want to express appreciation for how I'm taken care of whenever I visit the Delhi temple. His disciples willingly and happily arrange whatever I require, obviously because Maharaj asked them to take care of his god brothers in the same way that they serve him. Before I end this offering, I would like to relate some amusing that happened in Mauritius, something amusing. For several devotees had been asking leaders in Mauritius to invite Maharaj to visit. They were reluctant to invite him because it was somehow had the impression that he might control things and he would try to get devotees to become his disciples. So for a few years, they refused to let him come. Finally, devotees convinced leadership that his presence will be helpful, and these fears were unfounded. When Maharaj's family came to Mauritius, there were no indications that he was trying to control the management or gather disciples. So almost every day, Maharaj would successfully do programs, meet devotees, and be of service in any way that he was needed. Seeing that everything went well and that everyone was happy, he would turn to me while smiling and say, "You see, Mahatma, I'm not that bad, am I?" Humbly confirming those rumors about him that were all false and that he really wasn't a bad guy after all. I felt awkward that such an exalted soul would have to say such a thing to me, but I had to overcome because it had become a kind of a joke between us. Thank you, Prabhu, for your mercy and opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Gopal Prabhu, we are at 10:45. Should we continue? I have a few devotees who have raised their hands. We'll finish this page or we take time to take comments, reflections.
Sure, Prabhu, we can finish the page and then, yes.
So then I think Vishnu Vallabh Prabhu, Lakshma Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sattva Sarupa Dasa Goswami. His Holiness Gopala Krishna Goswami. His Holiness Gopala Krishna Maharaja is great devotee of Srila Prabhupada and has served for many years in the many projects. I served with Gopala Krishna Maharaja in the early years of GBC when the dealings were sometimes rough and abusive among the devotees. Sometimes the devotees would try to play politics against Gopala Krishna Maharaja, but I noticed that he was always protected. There was something like a shield around him, like a Narayana Kavacha shield, which nobody could penetrate and nobody could defeat him. I took this to be the personal protection of Prabhupada on his loyal servant. Gopala Krishna Maharaja has done great service in Mumbai in the Juhu Beach project. He has lived through to see it develop into its present magnificent situation. He was preached widely in India and made many disciples. His crowning achievements was the Glory of India project on the hill in India, in New Delhi, which he accomplished over many years and obstacles. He showed his great determination to work and build a magnificent project which Prabhupada is proud of. Not content with preaching in India, Gopala Krishna Maharaja went to Russia and created a great field there of preaching and accepting disciples. His reputation is stainless, with no flaws. I look up to him and he has always been kind to me in his personal dealings with me. I regard him as a perfect gentleman and as a very advanced Vaishnava. Everyone should offer homage to him, appreciate his good qualities as a loyal servant of his divine grace, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Prabhu. Right, dear devotees, so we'll take a pause here and we'll use this time last 10-15 minutes for any reflections, thoughts, questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, can we stop the screen share? And then...
So anybody who has any questions or comments, reflections, you can raise your hand. Premalila Mataji, do you want to share something?
Yes, Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Yeah, there are many things, Prabhuji, that were very, like, it really hit me, and my own weaknesses, especially the offering that is done by Bhakti Madhurya Maharaj, that the disciple should be especially for the grahastas, that they should be up to the standard to save the health of Guru Maharaj, and that is something very profound. And so, like, I'm looking at my life, that how I should improve, and so that Guru Maharaj be healthy and live among us for a long time. So yeah, and there are many other things, but yeah, it is something that really got me into thinking. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I also felt like really kind of shocked by that passage, that actually our actions have an effect on Guru Maharaj's health. And that's like, though we know it was kind of very hard hitting the way Maharaj spoke on it. This was very nice. One comment I had was on there's one passage by Urmila Mataji about Guru Maharaj staying in devotees' homes, and whereas staying in the temple. And I was just appreciating that also, how that's Guru Maharaj's great mercy, that you'll see, though materially speaking, there's more comfort in someone's home, but he'll always want to stay at the temple if he can, if it has facility, because he's so much supporting standing with the temples so that they flourish, and being there, though so many people will disturb him if he's there, or he'll be in the limelight. And then secondly, also, that though from our vision it seems like he's more comfortable in someone's home, from a spiritual perspective, like he's in one sense more comfortable at the temple, because one time there was this big discussion if he should stay at the temple or not, and devotees were really saying that, please, Maharaj, stay at this person's home and it'll be more comfortable. And he said, I'm more comfortable near the deities. The environment is more pure. He actually said that the environment is more pure. It's Krishna's right there. And as householders, the nature of household life is there's so many activities that go on that are material in nature, and Guru Maharaj is completely transcendental, so he just feels more comfortable in that transcendental atmosphere. So in one sense, it's actually more comfortable for him, but austerity-wise, it's definitely a greater austerity for him. So
I have a question, Prabhuji. Can I ask?
Yes, Mataji, yes.
So, Guru Maharaj always Maharajas generally give many instructions, but because of our own shortcomings, maybe the most biggest one is the laziness, and because Krishna consciousness came to us very easily, so maybe I don't value it that much. But I'm not able to follow all his instructions because there are many, and there are other hurdles also, like your physical status, and so like what should a disciple do if you know, what to follow, not to follow, what not to follow, like what he cannot follow or she cannot follow.
Yeah, actually, and other devotees can comment on this more. Actually, that's why I've noticed actually Guru Maharaj, you like sometimes even will ask, please give an instruction, and he'll just say, keep doing the process. He oftentimes doesn't give instructions, because if we receive an instruction from the Guru, a direct instruction, and we're unable to fulfill it or follow it, or we don't fulfill it and follow it, then it has a spiritual consequence. Like it has, if you know, like it's one of the offenses against the holy name, disobeying the instruction of the spiritual master. So that's why the spiritual master is very careful in giving an instruction. And sometimes I notice Guru Maharaj is about to say something, but he won't say it, because then if he says it and the disciple doesn't do it, then the disciple didn't fulfill the instruction of the spiritual master. So whatever instruction Guru Maharaj gives us, we should like write it down, we should note it down, because it's very significant for our spiritual life. And that one small instruction, though it may seem so ordinary, will later on lead to very amazing things, because it all starts from that one small, it starts with that one instruction. And I think other devotees can speak on this, that how, he gives one instruction and you fulfill that, and then you realize so many things, why he gave that. Like he'll ask to do something, we do that, and it's amazing. It's like how deep or insightful that instruction was. Even as something just as simple as, you should learn how to do this, one simple, learn how to play this instrument. And of course, his general instruction to all of us is follow Srila Prabhupada and chant Hare Krishna. That's our biggest instruction. But yeah, it's whatever instruction we are receiving are all very significant. That's my realization. Others can chime in. Nitya Krishna Prabhu, thank you for joining us today. Actually, we've really been missing you, and your coming is really special. Yes.
I'm coming late, sorry. Please forgive me.
No, thank you. And do you have any comment on this, Prabhu? This question was really nice, and I think one that we all try to meditate on.
My only comment, I think I would echo your sentiment that, writing down and having a diary of keeping of, the instructions we get to Guru Maharaj, because I think sometimes we don't understand the purport of those instructions for sometimes years, and they become revealed in time. So we hear the instruction and, we have one realization, but sometimes when we revisit those, so somebody told me early on to do this. I kept a diary as well, but to be able to reflect back on those is because that is actually our lifeline, is those instructions. So that's one comment I would make, is write them down and write them down verbatim. Don't add your own masala to what you heard. Write it down word for word, and then you can meditate on it over time, and that realizations are very important. So, thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes. First of all, I totally resonate with everything that both of you said, but I also wanted to say that perhaps it's not necessary to wait for a personal instruction, because our movement, our philosophy, our Guru Maharaj is very personal. So anything and everything he says is personal. And therefore, whatever he has said in his classes is a personal instruction to us. And that's how we should take it. And yeah, absolutely, I agree that there are many instructions that we may not be able to follow, and it can cause some anxiety, some angst. And the best thing to do is, if you have a contact with a senior god brother or sister, talk to them and say, I'm not able to follow this or that instruction and I feel bad, or whatever. Share your feelings and get some instruction from them, because our senior god brothers and sisters represent our Guru Maharaj, and they would be able to help us in any situation where we're not sure how to proceed, what to do. And we should not hesitate to ask for help in that area. So, Mata, in your specific case, if you have specific situations, please feel free to connect with some of your senior God brothers or sisters, whomever you feel comfortable with, and discuss. And I think then you can get a little more clarification on this thing. So I just wanted to add that. Thanks, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhus, for your very valuable inputs. Thank you, Rupanuga Prabhu, for last time also I asked a question and you put so much importance to that question and you gave very nice and direct answer. And today also you advised to talk to senior God brothers. That is a really important message to everyone, like especially the neophyte devotees. So I thank you, all three of you, for such. Thank you.
Yes, I was just further reflecting on what Prabhu was saying, Rupanuga Prabhu, that you were saying that certain instructions that are in some ways general instructions are more important than others, in the sense like our foundational instructions, like that form the core of our spiritual life. Like Guru Maharaj may say, learn this instrument, like he gave one disciple instruction, but that instruction is dependent, or you could say serving the general instruction of chant 16 rounds every day, follow the 4 regulative principles, right? There's also instructions that the Guru regularly repeats, emphasizes on, and clearly wants us to do, as opposed to more circumstantial instructions, like bring me a glass of water or something like this. So the instructions that he's giving in classes and that he's preaching to us regularly, would you say that that's Rupanuga, what you were also saying, that those general instructions are the core of our spiritual life and they apply to all of us?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was just wanting to see if anyone else has any reflections on the reading today, like in terms of the different pastimes, passages, realizations.
I think I appreciated the comment about not leaving your children to watch TV because you want to relax. And I think it was very well made point that we have a responsibility to our children. And it is our responsibility to keep them as Krishna conscious as possible. So therefore, we need to have some kind of a program for them, so they spend less time watching TV and more time into Krishna conscious activities. But it means that we have to be more Krishna conscious also. We have to be willing to give the time, our time, to children in engaging them in Krishna conscious activities. And that requires an effort, because I understand you work 8, 10, 12 hours in the day and you come home, you're tired. You just really want to close your eyes on a prasadam and whatever. But it's required. It's our responsibility to spend that time with the kids. I really appreciated that comment.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah. Yes, Guru Maharaj always tells some disciples when they're going to India from America, most of us, I'm sure you're from America or outside India, he says, when you go back, don't watch Bollywood films. So that's very common. Any youngsters that go back, they say, don't, your grandparents or your uncles and aunts might be watching TV. When you go back, don't watch TV. Sometimes within our homes, we're able to make that insulated environment. But when we go to the homes of our relatives or those your friends, okay, now we can watch TV. We're at someone else's home. But yeah. One time a devotee was listening to outside songs, just like music. And that Guru Maharaj quoted the verse from Bhagavatam, which says that one who listens to the mundane music mundane music and words. There's this verse from the Bhagavatam. Someone may remember the exact verse number. They will be caught by Maya. So even not just film, but also like the radio songs, like pop songs, rock songs, are very dangerous. Garud Hari Prabhu had requested, and I think it's a great idea, that we spend some time planning for Guru Maharaj's trip, August 14th, and his trip in general, because though we are not sure always 100% whether or not he'll come, we should be prepared. And I think that was a very nice point. We should be 100% prepared, and Guru Maharaj comes, he comes. Our duty is to be prepared, and we know that most likely is coming. So everyone is here, and this is a nice time. So Garud Hari Prabhu, you can you had some comment you wanted to share.
Actually, we need to prepare 100%. Then everything is Guru Maharaj is then decide final what he want to do according to his health. So other thing, because we mostly Baltimore temple, Guru Maharaj coming and stay there so far. Nil Madhav Prabhu never joining. Maybe somebody whoever leader maybe discuss with him to meeting, no? What is the preparation he planning? Maybe we can close to Baltimore temple, maybe book some hotel, something. Everybody can stay together. So right now have a starting to prepare some. So then last moment everything good. Small thing. Or maybe how like Guru Maharaj IMC, everybody give some idea, just open idea have. We see when with Guru Maharaj who is traveling, Guru Maharaj 45 minutes or 1 hour he go to restroom. So why not something rent some kind of things, have a facility inside. They have a washroom, and can Guru Maharaj also whenever 2 hour traveling can take a rest also. He serve as secretary. He sometimes take hot water. We can prepare inside everything. This type things can rent also. Guru Maharaj trip. This is my opinion. Everybody can give idea. We see when Guru Maharaj traveling 1 hour, 2 hour, doctor visit, going to Baltimore to Aditya Acharya Prabhu house also. There have a doctor. Maybe 1.5, 2 hour drive. He go 2-3 times restroom. So sometimes go to gas station. Sometimes Dunkin' Donut other place. Why not we take some kind of a facility which one have an inside restroom, or Guru Maharaj take rest also. This time no need to sit down.
Yes. Yes. So this is like a specific example that you're giving, for camper or something like this for Maharaj's travel, which is a wonderful idea. So I think we always have some meetings and things like that. So I think to begin with, maybe, and then all the senior devotees, they can chime in, that if anyone would like to help in Guru Maharaj's visit, would like to help in that, in a way, they can express that by writing to Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Jagannath Priya Prabhu, and myself, or Garud Hari Prabhu, and then we can once we start these meetings, then we should start these meetings and then involve people according to how they want to help. Anyone who wants to, has a time, facility, has a desire, they can reach out and share their ideas. Because these things, like specifically like you mentioned, like how to discuss them, how to go about them, will probably require some meetings, right? Yes.
So Prabhuji, please put in the WhatsApp group when those meetings are going to be held, so that whoever is interested, they can just take part in those meetings and then express their desire where they want to help, because there might be many areas, the programs for Maharaj, and like cooking for the devotees and cooking for Maharaj. So if we know in advance that this is the time for this particular meeting for Maharaj's trip to United States, then maybe we can come and participate in the meetings.
Yes. So I don't exactly know how that will be done, how we go about doing that. Last time we did that, so to some degree, and this time we have to continue doing that. So, Jagannath Priya Prabhu, when do you think we should start this meetings, or what is your suggestion on this?
So I spoke to Neil Madhav Prabhu actually last week, Janardhan Maharaj, myself, and Advaitacharya Prabhu. So Janardhan Maharaj is going to guide us, let us talk to him more. He has ideas. I think Advaitacharya Prabhu was online. I think he just stepped away. I want him to give updates on Guru Maharaj just spoke to him a few days ago, so he can also give updates on his trip and the planning.
Ribo? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
go ahead. Yep.
So, yeah, I think most likely Guru Maharaj will come. He has desire to come, but he's still not sure at this point. But as we discussed that, yes, we need to plan about and be ready if he comes. So for that reason, I think, yes, we need to do sort of good planning compared to the last year. Last year, we did fairly good job. But whatever that's some mistakes or whatever happens, we need to correct this time. So make it more better than the last year. And I mean, hoping that he can keep on coming, but looks like chances are less and less now. So this could be maybe the last, probably big celebration. But we are hoping that he can continue next year also and following year too. But at least let's prepare for this, considering this is the last one, and put all our effort and energy. Of course, we need manpower and what you call management and finances too. And last year we had no problem as far as the finance is concerned. Everything was taken care. So as per the suggestions is concerned, well, people can keep on writing down all the suggestions, ideas they have in mind. Because when the meeting starts, we're not going to be able to do a large meeting. Of course, Janardhan Maharaj will be there and he will guide us, what you call, in his monthly meeting that he's doing with us. And he will keep on guiding. So he's the final, what you call, approval person in our meeting that was last year, also same thing. And we should all work under his direction because we don't have sometimes different ideas and sometimes conflict a lot. So I think we'll plan it, we'll think about it, but finally it should come from Janardhan Maharaj. As far as the planning is concerned, definitely I think senior leaders in a particular zone should start getting more informations and finances and how many devotees coming. So the date is almost fixed. There's nothing changed actually. 3 days at least around 14 August that you plan it. Make sure you don't have any other commitment. Make sure you're planning to come. You can book the tickets or traveling plan. So those things should be planned now. And we do not need to wait for that. So this is going to be a lot of work. Of course, I think if all the leaders are involved and if they talk to the particular cities and towns and village and they find out how many are committed, so we can plan more better. So this is like a plan at this point. And different people have different ideas. Make sure that you can write it down now and you can just discuss when you're discussing with your zone leader. And then those zone leaders probably will participate in the committee and then we discuss and make a more organized way. This is my thinking, but anybody has any ideas, definitely will entertain also. So health-wise, Maharaj is doing okay. We know that he's weak. He requires so much physical strength now. He's not sometimes even doing RT time. Sometimes he has to holding him. So it's going to be tough situations. Of course, when you talk to him about health, he is mentally so strong. He does not consider that he has health problems. As far as the resting is concerned, he takes rest, but not really that he needs. Other than that, I think there's not much different. I think he does. I suggested Guru Maharaj also actually that every different zones, just like we have our group, that North America group, similarly, different other countries also can create a group and start like monthly or weekly program. And Guru Maharaj can give darshan for 5 to 10 minutes every group, or once a week or once a month or once in 2 weeks. And Guru Maharaj probably will consider that. He says yes. So hopefully everybody can plan more and more groups actually. And for that, I think the senior leaders from Delhi and India, they should create a zone system and get Guru Maharaj's blessings to every disciples, because most of the disciples that not able to talk to or see Guru Maharaj. So I think that's another great idea to do, and Guru Maharaj agrees. If we organize, it's up to us to decide. Up to us means all leaders from the India. And otherwise, there's nothing else that's been going on at this point. So this, unfortunately, if you look at it, Janardhan Maharaj program, there's 108 families or participants. In this program, we have only 55 participants. The whole zones, they're not participating. I'm just not critical of anybody, but we don't get any, except 1 or 2 devotees come from the Baltimore areas. So this brings this to that we have to really work together, this kind of situation, so we can be in touch with each other. So I'm sure there's other places also, a lot of devotees not joining. So at least once a month we should join, if not every week. I think when I was reflecting about this Bhakti Madhav Govinda Maharaj, his comment was, his message was clear cut. It's very, very straight message to us actually. And so I think we should all think about that.
Yes.
Probably this topic about attendance, specifically on August 14th, if the program happens, was discussed last week. And one of the ideas was that in this meeting, people will come and give their ideas as to how to maximize the attendance in the program. And I'm wondering if it's time that maybe if people have any ideas they want to share with us, somebody should make notes so that we collect them properly and not lose them. But maybe we can open it for that. And if you want, we can add Advaita Acharya Prabhu's point about attendance in this call also, because you're right. So typically about 12-13% of total God bless sisters in North America. We need to increase that. So I don't know, Jagannath Priya Prabhu or Gopal Hari Prabhu, you want to open this up to people for their feedback, any comments they have?
Maybe it's our problem that we're not probably approaching them. Maybe we should try to get at least in our zone in Baltimore that we have many disciples and hardly 1 or 2 or 3 are participating. Even Janardhan Maharaj program, forget about reading books program. So that's sad part. And then last minute, and people have a lot of input. It does not make sense. I think we have to be actively participating regularly. Then you can give comments and suggestions too. Suggestions is easy to give, but then there's no participation. So yeah, I think at least maybe this once a week is maybe too much for everybody. Maybe you have to think about that way. Or maybe once a week, or once a month, at least, or maybe combined with Janardhan Maharaj programs. we have to do something. This reading is going on perfectly fine. We happy, we enjoy. Actually, first time I found out this information with Bhakti Madhav Govind Maharaj, that how Guru Maharaj treated him. And that's typical of Guru Maharaj. He spots even in simple leader, or God with the sisters come, your manager, presidents comes. Guru Maharaj's eyes is so sharp, we find out, and he really respect and give honor to that devotee also. So, but that incident that he gave his own personal clothes and everything, that's I never heard about it. So this book reading is very, very helpful. We can learn a lot of things, but at the same time, I think it's only same 20, 30 families join every time, not much more than that. How can we really help those devotees who are not joining? That's my concern.
And I think the idea was to ask this group what any thoughts they have on how to maximize their attendance.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's. Just a thought, not to cross any one of your statements, but I think Saturday is the only day when other classes are also happening. Devotees, they are doing Bhakti Shastris or attending some Srimad Bhagavatam class. So that might be the reason that the time is the same time as our class over here. Just a thought, that might be the reason.
It's a good idea. I think that's people need to consider, and we can maybe change a little bit too if it's possible. It's okay. That's
Yes, I agree. Yes, like Prem Neela Mataji is saying, I think many people want to attend and be involved, and sort of we also need to figure out how to people will be involved if we inspire them to be involved, if we give them some forum where they can be involved. So, like Rupa Nuga Prabhu was saying, we can I agree, we can right now discuss how we want to bring everyone for this event, to increase the attendance, so that this is the 80th birthday of our spiritual master. It's such a big festival, it's so wonderful. So how to get everyone to come, that's our most wonderful challenge, that's the biggest challenge, and that'll be the best thing. Last time when Janardhan Maharaj was on the stage, I remember he said our goal next year is to fill up this hall, and our hall, everything was perfect, but our hall was because the hall was big, not because less people came, but it was half full and we can fill it to capacity. So following what Rupa Nuga Prabhu was saying, if people have ideas, we can start discussing that now. And the other thing, just before we start discussing that, is if Saturday morning is difficult, then we could have another day of the week, like a once a month thing or something like that, where it's like a planning meeting and people can join. And not everyone is inspired to join. Like, people are busy and some people are happy just to attend, but if people want to join, then they can join and discuss. So that we need to discuss more, but I mean I think some logistical issues are also there in terms of people being able to come at the same time at the same place. So we may need like other avenues also, like other days of the week. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everybody. Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj. So for Central New Jersey, Prabhuji, I am going to take the responsibility to talk to the devotees who are not attending regularly and gather some data, you can say, and ask, is it the time that's not suitable, or is there any other issue? Because they're not not too many, and they come to the temple on Sunday, so I can easily, get to them. I know some of them are attending classes, those who regularly used to attend, like Jagdish Samaprabhu, they have classes every Saturday and Sunday from 9 to 11. So that is an issue. But there are many others who are not. So I will try to gather the information and, let everybody know. Yeah.
Okay, Mataji, I wrote that down actually. Yes, that'll be nice.
Wrote what down?
I'm taking notes. So that's all.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll get back
yes.
to you. Yeah. Thank you.
And do you have any suggestions on Vyas Puja attendance, like August 14th, getting more devotees? In your experience, did everyone come from Central New Jersey last time?
Yes, everybody did. Everybody from New York and Central New Jersey, everybody did.
Yeah, I think East Coast mostly was represented, but there are some areas that we didn't have, devotees coming from that zone. So I think that we need to address separately. Again, like Advaita Acharya Prabhu said, we don't want to point out, but we can just talk to them separately. Especially, anyway, certain part of country, there was not too many devotees that came. So we can discuss that with devotees in that area. But I think East Coast was pretty much covered: Atlanta, Washington, Baltimore, New York, New Jersey, even from Florida, devotees, our God brothers came. But yeah, I think Detroit, I think pretty much everyone came. So let's work on how we can get all the devotees. I think we have over 600 initiated disciples, almost, maybe more. I need to update the database.
Prabhu, also, let us not assume that everyone who attended last year will definitely attend this year. So yes, we should focus on those who didn't come, but we'll have to put some focus on those who came also. Because I think first there was a lot of excitement, and for some people that excitement may not be there this time. So we have to make sure that people stay interested and understand the value of coming.
Good point. Yep.
Hare Krishna devotees. I was thinking that if we have a database of North American disciples, like contact number, name, and then we divide into groups and reach out to devotees, like try to call them, text them, and see if they're joining this year's Vyas Puja, and also we can discuss about these weekly meetings that we have about Guru Maharaj. So that's one thing I was thinking. And if we don't have, so maybe it's a good idea to collect all the database during Maharaj's visit here, like to have the name and contact number, at least in email, for future use. That's what my thought was. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, actually, just before we move to the next thought, one thing that Devi, just following on what Devi Murthy was saying, is that, for example, we have the WhatsApp group with about 300 plus devotees part of it. And one idea could be that we make a small group of devotees, like a small team of devotees, and we divide those names amongst the team and we call them up individually. So that for attendance, that would be a very nice way of connecting with people and calling them, because zones are there, but the zones oftentimes miss the people in the cracks, and still the personal touch sometimes is needed or like that. So the different devotees in different areas know those devotees, but if there's also like, and we can take zones into account, but if there's people who are dedicated to just calling people and connecting with them and seeing, are you coming? Can you write your name down? Then that may be an effective way of having a list of kind of being sure, okay, these people on the phone said that they're coming. What do we think about that?
I think that's a great idea. We have 6-7 zone, I think, last time. Now in zone, we can do sub zones and give 1 or 2 divisions, and all this 360 whatever numbers of devotees we have, select which zone you want to belong to. They can belong to this zone, and then that persons can be in communication with the persons. So if there's another way to do it, or just create some more extra zones, for about 7, like 15 zone, no problems, and create it. But everybody should be connected to one particular zone, and that way they can communicate very well.
Maybe group name, different group like devotee, GKG devotee care group, you know.
Whatever you can do, everybody should be connected somehow to this group, to Janardhan Maharaj, who is the leader. So we have to, under him, there are 6, 7 leaders, and after that, there's more leaders, and then everybody should be connected to somehow to the group. Then communication becomes faster. Last time we did similar kind of concept, that collecting money, who's going to give money or not, and all these things. Same concept, but maybe more, we need to refine more properly. If they wants to change the zone leader, they can also tell them they can change the zone leader to get to don't like somebody.
Everybody can give idea. Everybody can giving idea how to more improve. Last year, how we did, how we do better. Or everybody to take some idea, so we can listen also. No, everybody have a different idea. So maybe one day, not like group wise, like how today, how we do is. So everybody can speak up to idea, no, how we do it. Then better.
Yes. So two things I'm hearing. One is that let's have a committee let's form a committee of devotees who want to be part of this, and we can share something on WhatsApp. People can join it. A committee on connecting with devotees, disciples. Like we form a committee that can be constituted of devotees from different areas. But we form a committee of devotees who will reach out to other devotees to make a list. Is that kind of a consensus? How, and honestly, I mean, it doesn't have to be so structured. I mean, anyone inspired who wants to call up people and connect with them can connect. It's a time thing. Calling people and asking them, can they come? So what do we think about the committee, making a committee on this little group?
Prabhuji, it's a very good idea to have the committee. I was also thinking that, engaging like everyone in some service or the other connected to Guru Maharaj or the program, then people are really looking forward to do something. They are not just just come and attend the program and go, but if they are involved in some way or the other, so every zone can take some responsibility, because some devotees who really sincerely want to serve Guru Maharaj, but they did not have any experience. Maybe the senior devotees can train them and give them a chance to serve Guru Maharaj. Or some devotees, they are good cooks, then let them cook. Under the guidance of the experienced and senior devotees. That way they are engaged properly and they are very enthusiastic to come. Let them do the cultural programs, under the guidance. So it's a very good training also, and at the same time engaging them, and then they have good memories that, we went to this program, we did this in front of Guru Maharaj. It's very, very encouraging, and it's very, like, they cherish the memories for a very long time. Instead, if the same disciples doing the same services again and again, the neophyte disciple doesn't have anything to do there, just to come and eat and then go. So I think this is what my thinking is, to just engage them, train the neophyte devotees, give them a chance to serve Guru Maharaj directly or serve in any capacity that they like. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, I agree completely. So last time, as far as personal services with Guru Maharaj, I made a schedule, and everyone who wanted to serve signed up, and I think got a chance. So so we're in the very early stages, but in consultation with, I've been doing it many years, so there's some understanding. Obviously, certain services can be done by certain people, and other services by those who travel with Guru Maharaj, who come from India with him. So that if anyone wants to do any service directly with Guru Maharaj, please contact me, and we will, I will put you on that schedule. That's no doubt. As far as the dramas and cultural performances, last time we had a lot of wonderful performances for Guru Maharaj, and that's something we really enjoyed. Like, we really enjoyed doing that. And different parts of the USA had prepared, and Guru Maharaj also really liked it. He mentioned it, and he was very happy by those things. And so many devotees like yourself have talent in that area, and so we will do that as well. And then this so this all happens a little later, in other words, these things we will do as time progresses. So right now, so that's something that we should put on the list. I mean, I agree with you. We should put all of these things on the list, so we don't forget that they need to be done. So the different.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
As far as cooking, actually, that's something that also we need to discuss in terms of the cooking services, like that. Yes. I also, we should, in terms of the attendance committee, going back to that, how to bring the maximum number of people, we have a committee for that. And then also Garud Hari Prabhu suggested that we have basically without any program, just a time when devotees can share their thoughts, feedback, just a brainstorming session that's not committed to anything, but just an open discussion, like an Ishta Goshti. So that's something that Garud Hari Prabhu suggested also. We have that at some point. Other suggestions on how to bring more people? Yes,
There are three people waiting to say something. We should allow them to. Narad Muni, Ajit Krishna Prabhu, and Adi Gaurani Mataji.
Ajit Krishna Prabhu, please, yes. Prabhu, you're muted, Ajit Krishna Prabhu.
Sorry about that. I was just going to say, I think Narad Muni Prabhu and others have been waiting before me. I can wait. Just let him go first, and then I'll.
Sorry, I was doing this. Yes, you're right. Let's see. Yes, Narad Muni Prabhu. Yes.
Hare Krishna. I think whatever we did last year was very good. I don't know how it was arranged, but I think what I'm thinking in terms of, they must have a core committee, which is the overall committee. Then they can subdivide more cultural arrangement for staying, things like that. I think they might have done like that. I don't know, but that's how I suggested. You can have a big core committee between Janardhan Maharaj and people from like Advaita Acharya Prabhu and Jagannath Prabhu. Like, we know who is the main core committee, and then we can subdivide into different groups, like for attending, for motor arrangements, things like that. And then we know in the group that these are the different committees, and then they can appoint the leaders in each temple zone, and they can go like vertically and then divide like the different categories. That will be good. But right now I'm thinking most urgent maybe the motel arrangements, because already April and summer is a very busy time. So if some arrangement can be made right now to contact the different motels like this was done last year, so we know at least we have some capacity there to arrange for the devotees, and the work we were done, that was a very good job last year. So that's in my mind is the most important right now because of the time frame. Because motels get booked for summertime very easily. That's my suggestion.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
thank you.
Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
Well, thank you. Motels, yes. there were not one or two motels. We had to get at least 5, 6 different hotels. So we'll do same thing. We have a contact information. For those though, we have to give certain dates. So I think at least 12, 13, 14, those 3 days we'll try to get hotel rooms at some sort of discount rates. But more than that, I think it might be difficult because most motel won't give more than 4 or 5 days. And that will be the main festival dates, 12, 13, 14, or maybe 10. And like Narad Muni Prabhu said, we did have, core committee with Janardhan Maharaj. We had discussed all of this. So this year, again, we're going to have that discussion. And then some of these things, maybe next Janardhan Maharaj's meeting or following meeting, he'll have more information to share with everyone. But for now, let's see how we can get all the devotees to come to this program. So let's just focus on that topic, if everyone agrees, because there's so many things to discuss. So let's just try to focus on that one topic only, please.
I agree.
I think what we should do, I think we should get sit down. And last time, after program, we did not get too much. We got some good feedback also. Everybody appreciated the program and effort and all things. And some of the devotees probably had critical comments that did not come up on the platform, but they may be criticized behind, So we need to know any kind of things that we have done something wrong, and we can explain why something goes wrong also, and we can discuss and try to correct it also. Last year, I think I remember that we created a committee or teams for serving Guru Maharaj Prasad, and it became chaotic actually. The reason was that Guru Maharaj does not like the food or prasad cooked by different devotees. It's a challenging kind of job. When you serve Guru Maharaj, then you find out that he will ask and he will eat only certain items. Even is cooked by 8, 9, 10 items, he does not eat after that. So it's just a personal satisfaction that I cooked for Guru Maharaj and Guru Maharaj did not enjoy. That should not happen, because that's where I think personal assistant who is serving for Guru Maharaj for a long time, let them decide and let them follow. Other things can be done, but I think it's as far as personal cooking for Guru Maharaj, I think we should be very, very restrictive, and that's my opinion. If any questions, concerns, people can directly talk to Guru Maharaj also. But this is my opinion, my observation for a long time, for last 30 years. And so please try not to, to get into that service just for satisfaction. That's my opinion. That's my suggestion. People can discuss later on about that issue. But a lot of other programs can be accommodated. That's fine. We also have to understand Guru Maharaj's schedules. Guru Maharaj last time was here. He had physical therapy, he had speech therapy, he cannot speak, and he has to drag himself just to satisfy certain things. Yes, Guru Maharaj expressed that he's happy, but you have to look at the background also. And I'm sure that Gopal Hari Prabhu also served very closely him, so he knows certain drawbacks and certain hindrance. So we have to just think our ultimate goal is to serve him the best we can. Our goal is to make him happy. He should be happy when he comes, not that we are happy or not. That's my suggestions.
Yes, and if anyone would like to cook, please let it be known, and then we can contact the right person and arrange that so that you're serving Guru Maharaj under the guidance of someone who's experienced, someone who's qualified to cook. So it's all about scheduling, it's all about planning, there's space for, there's more than enough service and space for everyone. It's just about scheduling and planning. So the earlier you share your desire to help in a certain way, to serve in a certain way, the better we can do it. So like Prabhu was saying, not everyone can be the head cook or can cook for Guru Maharaj, but people can help and they can
Yes, I think that's the main point. But people like to serve, not to serve, but like to cook, and it's not for Guru Maharaj satisfaction. We have to remember that. If I'm a guest in your house and what I want, if you don't give me, it doesn't matter how much you give and how many items you give. I think that's a principle you have to remember, I think. So anyway, you can plan it out, but at the finally, let's one or two lead persons can cook and you can assist them. And that is also service. It's not that, okay, you cook. And that's why I think we have to just remember that. It's a Guru Maharaj, what he likes it. When the plate goes in front of him, he select, he look at it, what is there. And you take one or two items and other items is left there. And we have noticed last year, a lot of Mahaprasad left over, not devotees even eating it.
Yes, and there's many services like washing his clothes, ironing his clothes.
Yeah,
all
those services
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, there's no problem. It's all with Guru Maharaj. Everything is very very tasteful and glorious. So we will those are all details. So main thing we just need to know is and also we'll plan and share with everyone what the schedules like we did last time, right? And make sure that
my suggestion is first find out what was last time's problem, what we faced. We as a leader, we as a personal servant, what we had problems, we can figure it out, and then we can correct those first. And second thing we can do, because we have to remember last year Maharashtra was different than this year. He might not be able to sit down for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but then if you force him, you push him because of the law, and he will probably says yes. So I think we have to look at his mood, and based upon that, we have to make a decisions. You promise some programs and Guru Maharaj is not happy or not comfortable, we should not demand it, that he should do and come. Because he will come and then he says, oh, Guru Maharaj was happy with our program. No, that should not be. I'm just telling you that when you're working with Guru Maharaj, you have to see his situations and then make sure you change something. So these are the important things that we need to understand. Everybody should understand before they suggest certain things. And that's our job, is to make sure that we clearly give the message and then make decisions. Our ultimate benefit, ultimate goal is to make him happy. That's the bottom line.
Yes.
Not that we become happy.
Yes.
We automatically become happy when he becomes happy. So that's our mode and missions for this program for coming. And for that reason, we need to have a lot of good planning. Because everybody has different ideas and everybody has different way to do it. And we are all perfect in our planning, but we are not. We think that way. So I think first and foremost, let's find out last time's any drawbacks, negative problems. We first fix that one, and then add new ideas or new suggestions, and make sure it's be practical for his health and for his time. That's my suggestions.
Yes, Prabhu. Ajit Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. So Prabhu, I just had a quick suggestion. I mean, in terms of, since you were asking about how we could possibly attract more people to attend the weekly classes or these weekly sessions and etc. So the quick thought that I had was, this book that we are reading, I mean, it's so beautiful, but not everybody has a copy of this book. And so I think there is some sort of trepidation or some doubt in people's minds, from a technology perspective, for example. I mean, will I be able to read what's on the screen? And is that possible or not? So I was thinking maybe if you have an idea that on the following class, we're going to read the following pages, maybe just send out a copy of those if possible, like you used to do.
Yeah.
And the reason I said this is, I mean, again, there is just so much nectar flowing out of these readings. I mean, so since devotees were discussing thoughts after reading, one of the things that jumped out to me from Mahatma Das's comments was that that Guru Maharaj is probably some sort of will incarnation of Srila Prabhupada. I think that's the kind of thing that I've never heard and one can't even imagine. But it's so deep. I mean, it's such a wonderful realization. So that's the kind of thing that I think if people have a chance to read beforehand or get at least some idea for what we'll be reading, it might be a little more attractive for them to come in.
Yes, Prabhu, I totally agree with you. And that I didn't realize actually that this book, this new book that we have, most people don't have it. This is a very big book. It's a very heavy book, and to get it from India is very difficult. Jagannath Priya Prabhu, do you know, can we get copies of this from India? Actually, we could also have it at the Vyas Puja this year, but even before that, are you in touch with Nanda Gopal Prabhu?
Yeah, Nanjivan Gopal Prabhu. Yes, we can get copies. I think we've asked devotees, some devotees are hesitant, maybe the cost of book for whatever reason. It is 6 kg. So I think with shipping and distribution and printing costs, it's about $150, $160 a book. So it's not obviously cheap to ship these books from India to US or Canada. But yeah, if anyone has interest, I think we have given copy to anyone who has shown interest. I haven't had anyone send me an email or text saying they want a book. If they really badly want it, we can easily make arrangement to get it for them. It should not be a problem. There's still enough copies left.
So these copies are in the USA or in India right now?
In India. All
okay.
the USA copies we had extra, we sold all of them at the August 14 program. At this point, I don't have any extra copies.
I have a 2 copy extra.
Okay, wow.
Solid.
Okay, so if 2 copies with Garud Hari Prabhu, and then also if anyone is coming from India, has space in their luggage, these are nice books to bring back. Guru Maharaj's books, this one, the previous one. Like if it's in Delhi, they're there at the bookstore, and that's what I do. They're at the gift shop there, and then the Jivan Gopal Prabhu is there, very easily accessible. So if you have like one luggage that you're not using, just bring a box of them, and then we can distribute it here. But shipping is the biggest challenge in getting these books. Also, we could suggest to the publishers, Nanda Jivan Gopal Prabhu, that maybe they can do a Kindle version, and this way, we don't want to give it freely, because then he does great service of printing these, and he barely gets by, covering the cost of the publishing, the printing work. But if people pay for it through a Kindle, they can download it, but also pay for it. So maybe that's something we can talk to him about. Yes, and in the meantime, Prabhu, I'll share the PDF of some pages.
Aditya Prabhu, have a time?
So with PDF, Ajit Krishna Prabhu, sorry, I was given instructions from Delhi that we should not be sharing PDF. They really want, so I'm really sorry to say, but Gopal Hari Prabhu, please be careful. We have to check with the publisher. Otherwise, they specifically wrote the email when we started reading. So please do not share with anyone. Let us check with, we can get copies, or we can do a couple, I guess, slides that were pages that we're reading. But I don't think they want us to share that whole PDF file. Again, this was just instruction from Delhi when they gave me this copy.
That makes complete sense. Prabhu. I was just thinking about the few.
Oh, he accidentally hung up.
Yes,
I think
Prabhu.
Morangi Mataji is waiting for a long time. And then
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Prabhu. I was just saying that these devotees who requested you, maybe you can tell them, well, we won't do it if you make a Kindle version. I mean, the world of digital world, it makes sense to have Kindle versions of these books.
yeah,
So
I'll talk
maybe,
to them. I'll see what. But yeah, we should take permission from them before we share.
yes.
Because we were actually told not to share.
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I just wanted to make a suggestion for, I'm noticing that, there's like 40, 50 people on this weekly call, and we discuss about the dates and the possibility of having the Vyas Puja, but the 300 plus on the North American group and all those that don't join, I don't know if they're aware that we are planning that Guru Maharaj is coming so that they can save the date. So if there's a way to send a save the date or some kind of information out in the North America group or even in local GKG groups, just to get to everybody else who may not be aware that they should keep these dates open. I think that might help with people to not plan vacations and other things at that time and start thinking about saving those dates so that they can come to the DC area for this program.
Yep, I think we'll do that. And I was also planning to, just like last year, send the Google form out. What interests you have, I mean, dates you're coming, services. So we will share those, we'll send them on a WhatsApp group, yes. It's just, we have to talk to Radha Maharaj, few other devotees, coordinate few things. I mean, once we send it, I'm sure devotees will ask what are the exact dates, and that we want to know at least maybe a month before Guru Maharaj comes. But yes, we will, you're right, we should post those messages and at least couple Google forms to show interest, services and other things. So that's a very good idea, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gopal Prabhu, which one I've been cooking for Guru Maharaj? I've been thinking because Baltimore area Guru Maharaj coming and Hari Radhika Mataji taking charge, then local devotee thinking, oh, Hari Radhika Mataji, give us to service, then behind talking. So I think this year we are traveling, we have a best service. Every place, everybody do best service, best organized, doing Detroit, Sri Radha Mataji. Maybe this year Guru Maharaj cooking charge we need to give to Sri Radha Mataji, and everybody want to do serve under here, Sri Radhika Mataji under, he had for Guru Maharaj cooking. This I am thinking it's better. I don't know other people what you thinking, because we see how they're serving to Guru Maharaj, perfect everything. So anybody Baltimore, New York want to serve, then under Mataji and how guide follow this. Because Tushta Baladev Prabhu also they are Guru Maharaj, local devotee cooking, somebody putting salt, somebody not put salt, other thing. Then when go to talk, oh, you people no want to give us to service, blah blah blah, talking. So
Yes, Prabhu. I think we need to discuss that more, and I think.
And the other thing also, because last year how many devotee traveling, this year traveling more, maybe more traveling, maybe need to fund, big fund. Maybe we can fundraising for separate. Who giving donation Guru Maharaj is separate for GKG Guru Maharaj purpose. Who traveling, so maybe different fundraising. Which one Guru Maharaj no need to know. Somebody how much he give there is separate. For Guru Maharaj traveling purpose, different fund doing it, maybe it is better also. The total Jatra cost also have a lot of devotee traveling, Prashad, so many things there. So separate fundraising also for Guru Maharaj Jatra. This just my have an idea, this one. Expressed.
Yes. Yeah, I've noted all these ideas and we'll work on them. So this is a wonderful This is wonderful that we're brainstorming now. So any other thoughts? So on this, I've written this down, and other thoughts.
Krishna
on-
Baladev Prabhu, you have any idea? Because you are serving Guru Maharaj. After cooking finish, you pick up, serve to Guru Maharaj. Because we see behind the local who devotee cooking, then they are thinking, oh, you people no give us to service. We did so many years service, blah, blah, blah. They don't know the Guru Maharaj change also. So many, 10 years before diet and right now diet is different. So when we go to talk about you less put salt or extra putting oil, then these people, criticize us. So why not giving to, we are a serving only. Mataji, maybe one Mataji, I say the Sri Radha Mataji is best. So why not giving to church, to cooking? And we are serving only, cleaning everything, we helping behind. What if Mataji need vegetable, grocery, give us to list, then we provide.
I think cooking should be separate, different topics. Those people who are serving Guru Maharaj in terms of the prasadam is concerned, I think they should have a separate kind of committee, and they should come up with some ideas who is going to do it, and those people should be involved in that rather than everybody else. People are serving, they can be involved, but those are cooking, and Guru Maharaj personal devotees from Delhi, they're giving guidelines accordingly, and then Guru sit down with Guru Maharaj and ask what he wants to eat tomorrow or afternoon or whatever you want to prepare. But don't prepare because you like it to serve Guru Maharaj because you are expert, and that food, that prasad is not touched by Guru Maharaj. That's I observed last year. So just that's separate meeting, separate discussion. We don't have to read general meeting about Guru Maharaj personal prasad. That's my advice. You can discuss later on. Because there's not much room in that service. It's only a few devotees can do it. Not everybody can join. They can serve, they can help, they can clean. All these things can be allowed. But practical cooking should be done by only few devotees. Wants to eat prasadam, and it should be accordingly. He does not eat much anyway. You have to give him certain things that he get good nutritious food, prasad. And that particular day is not decoration. You can have 20 items and he does not touch it. And you can have maybe 3-4 items and he can enjoy. So that's the goal. That's Maharaj. Our life is like this. When we come to our home, we put 25 items, but it does not mean it's just our what you call emotions or feelings, but what Guru Maharaj eats is the most important thing.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
And sometimes people eat 25 items and not even disciples eating it. So what is the use? At least disciples should enjoy it, but you cook. If Guru Maharaj does not eat, he just look at it, glance it, that's Mahaprasad. Every year, ask the Tusta Baldev. He will tell you every year prasadam is served and a lot of prasadam is wasted. Mahaprasad we put in the trash can. It's a shame.
So anyways, let's keep, we have so many different topics. I
Yeah,
think
that's
not
a-
all topics
should be
need to be
discussed
discussed.
separately.
Yeah, not all. Garuda Hari Prabhu, we need a separate meeting, please. We cannot have,
No,
we cannot, we just need to
Jagannath
focus.
Prabhu, this one have a open, everybody have what is the open to talk, no like backside, no, clearly everything talk.
Yes,
No, what
so
is feeling, everybody
we can-
feel want to talk, because our goal is best service give to Gurudev. So what you have a feeling to tell, to which one, we are serving so many years, what we focus, see difficulty, why not talk to open? Our
Sure.
goal to serve, our goal not to personal somebody make happy. Our goal to make to happy to Gurudev. So openly talk everything. Which one are
Hare
we
Krishna, Prabhu.
traveling, serving, which area gave a best service, we need to bring to them to make in charge. For Guru
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna, Prabhu.
Go ahead, Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, I have my humble suggestions.
on this meeting, I think we just focus on all the positive things, and please, we should talk to Janardhan Maharaj and the senior leaders. We can make a suggestion, but I humbly suggest nobody should push, or nobody should continue taking so long time for on one point, because we have so many agendas to discuss. And I have one more thing to share. I'm also observing Guru Maharaj Northern, especially DC trip for last 30 years. And we have same issue in a DC local area, that everybody want to serve Guru Maharaj directly. We have discussed with Guru Maharaj so many times, and you all know that not everybody can serve directly to Guru Maharaj. And what is our principle? To become servant of the servant. Our goal is to please Srila Gurudev. And let's give example that when Guru Maharaj comes, everybody wants to travel with Guru Maharaj. Everybody wants to drive Guru Maharaj around this different area. But Guru Maharaj has so many personal things needs to discuss while he's driving, and he's not comfortable with every person traveling with him. He selects sometimes even some people he says no. So in this regards, I think I humbly request everybody that the devotees are serving Guru Maharaj for so many years, and Guru Maharaj is so comfortable with them. Please consult with them and give idea to them, and let those senior devotees and senior disciples make the decision who's going to serve directly to Guru Maharaj, who's going to cook for the Guru Maharaj. Because as Advaita Acharya Prabhu has said earlier, we are trying to please ourselves, or we are trying to please Guru Maharaj. We need to differentiate ourselves, and we need to realize ourselves that what is our goal. So I just humbly request again this group that yes, we may suggest, it's a wonderful idea, suggestion is nothing wrong, but don't insist, please, from your idea to be just happen that way. So please talk to the senior leaders at your zone, and then let them have a meeting with the top leadership, and with the approval of Janardhan Maharaj. And I think we should, whatever the decision they make it, I think we should accept it, and we should be happily work together to just one goal, to please our Guru Maharaj. Hari Bol. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Prabhu, for that. And I think we're all on the same page. We all agree on that. And this is we also want to hear what people's inputs are, their thoughts are. And last time was very successful. I think everything was very successful. We're just seeing ways in which it can be improved, and we can all help. And I think everyone went everyone I spoke to went very satisfied. They had people who wanted to serve Guru Maharaj in a certain way, they got opportunity. So the idea is that we are trying to engage as much as possible. Yes. Tushya Baladev Prabhu, did you have something to add? I wasn't sure if you did raise your hand.
No, really. I think the way we have to focus on the attendance, I think we can go for that. And as everybody speak about it, let's make like a subdivision, like what I understood and what I felt last time when Guru Maharaj came. Yes, we have a main zone leader, but under the zone leader, I think we also need some manpower to help them out with personally regarding like a carry on all the tasks what they're deciding that. So I think we also have no doubt that zone leader is there. They're giving like that management and financial and everything. They're taking care of that, but also they need to also delegate their tasks to the different people among them, so they can be focused on more bigger level, and then the smaller level we can take care of other stuff like Garuda Hari Prabhu was saying about like kitchen areas, and some of the stuff is about let's say traveling, take care of all the other devotees who's coming from out of town, how to guide them, because sometimes there is no resources over there to, like, let's say they wants to cook for Guru Maharaj, but there's no resources. How to provide the resources for them, like getting the grocery, this, that. There are so many factors behind each task when we are doing that. So I think the main goal is, let's find out how many people wants to come. Number one, that way we can arrange accordingly. Number two, I think we also needs to help them out with manpower that can carry over all the tasks very smoothly. And then further we can discuss about how we can come up with like a subdivision or subcommittee, like a kitchen department committee. Then we have like Guru Maharaj accommodation committee. Then we have devotees committee, accommodation committees, how the travel, the way we did it last year. So let's focus on like numbers of the people are coming, number one, and then we can go from there. Because everything is like going to be up in the air if we don't know the exact number of what we are doing. Thank you, Haribol.
Very nice points. We need to know how many people are coming. That's the first thing. And then I agree that the zone leaders, they have their duty, but then also, like you're saying, we have different committees to take care of things, because otherwise, you know, like a zone leader may forget something or do that. So I think that's a very nice point. And we also need like specifically for his arrival, you know, different groups and committees of devotees working on different focused on certain things. So yeah. Okay, anything else? Any final thoughts, suggestions, ideas?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandar Pranams. So I won't take much time. I will wrap up quickly. So basically, I like the idea of Advaita Acharya Prabhuji's comment on creating the database of all the devotees in the context, and also assigning them to the zone. Because I'm in Pittsburgh, I don't know which zone I am, and who is the zone leader or anything, I don't know. So I'm the odd man out here. But I think I like that idea of creating a database and understanding who belongs to where, and also having the zonal leader to have a personal rapport or talk to the people there, and then helping them understanding what is the problem in attending the classes, Saturday classes. I think that will really help to have a personal touch. I think that's very important. As you've seen in many other places, the personal rapport or personal touch will really help.
Thank you, Prabhu, for that. Yes, that's a good point. So, and that's the problem that I was saying before, that some devotees, quite a few devotees actually, are falling through the cracks. Like, devotees in the DC area, they're very clear. Okay, this is the zone that I'm in, but certain sections of the U.S. and things, and so yeah. That thank you for sharing that. That's perfect what you're saying, and so I wrote all this thing down, and then in our next core meeting we can discuss maybe some of these things, and then set up committees for focusing on these specific things, right? Like just also setting up the zones. I mean, the zonal system was dropped in ISKCON historically. So zone, when people say zone, I'm not sure, like we don't because sometimes devotees are connected more with someone in a different part of the US than they are with someone here. So in there, like if I move from Chicago, from Boise to Chicago, my connections may still be in the West Coast than here. But the general idea is, the general point is, whether we call it zones or teams or groups, that people need to be connected with one senior person who's connecting them, right? They may spatially, geographically move, and we live in a society where people move, or they may not want to be under one person. They may want to be, but there's some connection in a way that people are connected. So if someone really wants to do something, or wants a particular, needs to urgently have a meeting with Guru Maharaj, they have someone senior to go to and say, "Well, I have this problem. Can you speak to, Janardhan Maharaj on my behalf?" Or they can directly speak to him. Janardhan Maharaj is very easily accessible. But if they don't feel inspired to, and they want that support, then someone is there. And so yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes. Hare Krishna. Okay, so it's 11:15. I think it's a good time to stop. Thank you, everyone, for your Huh?
Ours is 12:15.
12:15. Wow. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very
Hare
much. I think for everybody, I think it's a good discussion. Keep on continue to talking. And as Srinivas Prabhu mentioned, I think everybody should belong to some zone. If you not belong to any zone, means you are out. And you can create your own zone also if there are 5-10 devotees. And you select one leader, and that can be representing your zone also. So you can create your own zone, or you belongs to one zone. And I think that's last time we did based upon when we started Guru Maharaj's program to create some mentorship. That time we created a zone, and that's how leader came, and we continued same thing. Now we can add and reform a little bit more. And it's not political zone leaders, it's just for communications and coordinations. So everybody can speak to somebody and somebody's connected to someone.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Haribol, all goes to Srila Prabhupada, all goes to Prabhupada.
Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Jai Guru.